Luanne Roberts-Hunte, and I've been asked by the first year representative of the Hugh Wooding Law School to present a few points as to how to get through law school. First, I'm from Tobago. I did my undergrad in UWI at Barbados, and this is my final year at law school, and I've been enjoying it thus far. I have 10 points to share with you. First thing is, keep the goal ahead of you. You know, sometimes you may be looking to lose weight, and what would motivate you, you put in front of you. Whether it's a picture of when you were slim or some article of clothing you would like to fit into. Similarly, in law school, you're close to the end, so you want some visual representation, something that would keep you focused and know that you are working towards a goal. So whether it's just the picture of a room, the picture of someone that would have mentored you or someone you admire or respect in a room, or anything dealing with the end game, the end result, keep it ahead of you just to keep yourself motivated. The next point that I would like to share with you is getting into a group as soon as possible. I cannot impress how important it is to have group work, and good group members at that. Now, this is 2017. Persons may tend to meet in physically, but I prefer to use technology. So when I started last year, we had a group of 4 persons called Bago Beige. There's 2 Tobagonians, 2 Barbadians. Now that group is flagship, where we have 8 persons, and we come together on Skype at particular times, and we cross-reference, we discuss assignments, homework, trial ad work, anything at all that could help each other out. You must know that preparation for exam is critical, because in Hugh Wooding Law School you have exams once per year. So passing those exams is where your focus should be, but your assignments are more than equally important. So the idea, what we push in this group is one pass, we all pass, because there's no limited number of A's. We push each other, and I consider myself to be the admin in the group, because I would send out emails and say, okay, we're meeting at X time, or what time would you all prefer to meet. Then we all communicate via our WhatsApp group, then we come on Skype, we upload documents, and we share. So if at the end of the first semester you are not in a study group as yet, try over the Christmas to find someone else. It doesn't have to be someone in your class, but just get other like-minded persons who could push work and form part of a formal group. The next thing I would like to discuss with you is not burning out. Do not take on more than you can handle. Now, Hugh Wooding Law School is not the same as KPhil, where you had TTSA week or Dominican nights or whatever week. We have less activities, but they are still academic focused activities, such as mooting, being part of the SRC. And you have to know how many things you can handle. If you want to be the welfare person, know that it is not just you're going to a meeting, but you have to organize breakfast every day for the student body. You have to be ready to listen and guide and send persons to the right people if you are having issues or problems at the law school. So to not burn out, you must pace yourself. You must know that there will be a lot of work. But if you look at everything holistically, like all your subjects, like if you put all your textbooks on one spot or all your manuals together, know that what's in your manuals is not your reading material, because within each chapter in a manual will tell you the cases to read and the chapters in different books that you must read. So what you need to do is, don't look at it as a mountain of work, but take it apart bit by bit. Do schedules if that helps you. Color code a nice timetable. Stick things up on the wall at your home so that you know what days you're going to tackle what. Because if you burn out too early, when it's time to push work in March, April, you're setting yourself up for failure. The next point is trying something new. Now, as I said before, here you don't have all those weeks of different nationalities where they have play, sports day, etc. But we do have some sports once a year. There could be the client interview competition, a little mooting. So when you try something new, you would most likely come into contact with persons that you wouldn't necessarily see in the law school. The average number of persons in year one is about 250. So at the end of the year, you may miss people along the way. If you find yourself in something like the SRC, you would have contact with someone who may have notes that they could share, or some word of encouragement on a day you may be feeling down. So try something new, but don't overburden yourself to the point that you are burnt out and out of balance. What you need to do as well, point 5, is pay attention to your health. You would have heard throughout life, eat, sleep, rest, water, exercise, over and over. But with the kind of workload you have, it isn't possible or practical most times to have breakfast at the same time, have a mid-morning snack of yogurt, have a balanced lunch with proteins and veg, then have an apple in the afternoon at a particular time and drink 8 glasses of water. But you must try as far as possible to maintain a good routine where your eating is concerned and your sleeping is concerned. Because if you do not get the requisite amount of sleep, you'll be falling asleep in classes. You'll be phased out. When teachers give notes or say things quickly, you may miss just what is critical. So ensure that you get the right amount of sleep. In addition to that, it is sensible to have a little social media in it, because besides eating, sleeping, resting, etc., you have to de-stress. And social media could provide a really good outlet for persons to just relax. So what I do when I come home from school, the first thing I might do is take a half an hour on YouTube, watch some decorating channel, watch some home and garden channel, just do something fun. Go on Facebook, you'll find something to laugh about. Go on Instagram, look at memes, laugh, relax, and then get into your work. Point 6 is print your manuals and your key legislation. Now, I made the mistake last year of trying to use my computer all the time. So I would bring my computer to school and be scrolling up and down to find this page or that page. But coming down closer to exams, I realized that wasn't the smartest thing to do. So I ended up printing my manuals so I could cross-reference, document words from my manuals with key legislation. Of course, you can't print all the legislation, it's too much. But if you have it in hard copy, it makes a difference. You could highlight, you could write additional notes, things that yes, you can do on the computer, but it's just better if you have it hard copy sometimes and you have to be flipping back and forth pages. Next, balance. I would have discussed balance in different ways when I say don't burn out but try something new. But this type of balance I'm talking about is totally unrelated to schoolwork. Go to the movies, catch up on your series. From time to time, I may take a whole day and catch up on 3 episodes of Scandal or Queen Sugar or The Good Doctor or some show that I like. And it just relaxes you and puts you back into, normal life. Where somebody talking and, hey, I saw that on that show, yes, I enjoyed it. Have some balance, do something you like. Some of my colleagues, they go to parties. I'm not a party person. So when I see their Insta stories, I'm impressed, like, wow, you went to that party and you're at school bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Everyone can't do that, but you must know what you require to just let go and just be free. And so find something that you could do. Next, assignments. You are allowed to upload your assignment more than once. I've seen persons cry when their assignments haven't gone in. I've seen persons run marathons at 2:29 p.m. and a half. If you know your assignment is at least at the stage of 80%, 85%, upload it soft copy. Because if you do not upload a soft copy and submit a hard copy, you are likely to get a D. So please, do not wait until the last minute where current may go, the internet may drop. Send it in soft copy and try to get your assignment in on time. There was a time last year when both first and second years had to submit on the same day and the library was chaos, absolute chaos. If you could afford it, Buy a printer, have it home. It's a good investment. If you're going to be an attorney, chances are you will need a printer again. And you can carry it back to your country. I bought my printer when I was living in Barbados and I brought it here. It's light. So try to ensure that submitting your work is your priority. What I do as well with my group is do something called a working document. Now we know plagiarism is definitely cause for serious trouble in the school. So when we have our Skype meetings, we create one document. And the document would have all our inputs, so it's like we're brainstorming. And then we will go through and decide what comes out, what definitely shouldn't be in. And then we all take the document, we expand on it in our own ways, in our own words, and make the document ours. So your assignment, it shouldn't be a battle you fight alone, because they give you 2 weeks knowing that chances are you'd want to collaborate your ideas with someone else. So please take the opportunity again, get into a group and do your assignments with other persons and submit on time. Exams. Exams begin in May. It is so different to Cave Hill. Cave Hill, sometimes you have an exam Monday, then one 5 days later. Then you might have a double up close, but then another 7 days. In law school, it is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. 2 weeks and that's it. So by the time you are writing again on Wednesday, your hand is still tired from Monday. You need to prepare early. It is really difficult to be still writing up cue cards and notes in between those critical days or even the week before. I started preparing March, April last year, but that was too late. This Christmas, I plan to get my cue cards done at least up to the point where we are at in school. So start early. Another thing with this school, you could get really rattled because things are different again. In Cave Hill, we were accustomed to having Ziploc bags, which is stationary to go in. But when the school sends out this notice and you realize how different things are, you know you have to use a rubber band to secure your items. Then in Cave Hill, you could have gone in 2 minutes before the exams and just grab a seat. Here, you have to be seated 20 minutes before. The exam is also 3.5 hours long. So you're pretty much sitting for almost 4 hours. Be prepared for these kinds of things. It could rattle you, could shake you a bit, but if you know up front, you'll feel a lot more calm. So gather your cue cards early and most importantly, know the grades that you have before going into an exam. So the system here is a combination of your assignments and your grades from the exam that will give you a final grade. So if you know you are going into an exam with a C, know the subjects that you have to focus more on so that you get a higher grade. If you're going in something with an A, you should focus a little less on that subject and more on the subjects that you're going in with lower grades. It will all go well for you at the end of the day. Finally, I left the best for last. Put God first. We're in a multicultural society, so everyone is not going to be Christian. But you must or you should have someone, some supreme being in your life that you can call on. Your source, whoever he or she is. Please remember to pray. Read whatever holy book you have. Find time for that peace that surpasseth all understanding to be one with you. Some persons complain they don't have enough time for church, and especially if the assignment is to be submitted the Monday, they're definitely not going to church this Sunday. But you don't have to go to church every week. We have IVCF right here on Mondays during lunchtime. 45 minutes. Everybody could find 45 minutes in their day to just sing a couple worship songs, fellowship with other persons. I implore you, put God first. Remember, He's the reason you're even here, and with that knowledge in mind, you will be able to pass anything. No mountain will be insurmountable. Just know that He is in charge, and if it is His will, you will come out of this successful. So I hope that my tips were helpful in some way, and whatever you do, be blessed and be successful. Thank you.